Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Excellent. So 10 years ago, I was lying on my couch, absolutely exhausted. My business had taken everything out of me. See, our top talent had just walked out of the door in a mass exodus. No roots, no loyalty. My business partner and I had built our company on sand, and it had just been washed away. Eventually, I picked myself up off the couch and started desperately searching for solutions to never experience this pain again. And I had realized that in order to drive consistent results, I would need a team that I could depend on that exhibited consistent behaviors, similar to Will Novy talking about a tribe that effectively worked together. Pretty soon, I found my answer. Company core values. Yes! The solution to all my people problems. 10 years ago, I was excited and thrilled. And I thought, wow, as soon as we finalize this incredible document, everything will change. Like thousands of other companies, we too crafted our core values meticulously. And when they were finally ready, I couldn't wait to share them with our people. See, I thought they would greet me with thanks and enthusiasm and say, wow, thank you for preparing this. And I do have a picture of our initial unveiling, and I'm happy to share it with you. The excited CEO. Snoopy does a great job reflecting me, the excited CEO, with my bewildered employees thinking, core values, really? So what do you guys think happened after this momentous unveiling? Absolutely nothing. Nothing changed. In fact, for me, it got worse. See, I felt like our people were a meat grinder, and I was the meat, getting ground down day after day after day. After 5 more brutal years of that, I was back on the couch. And I remember lying on the couch, looking at the ceiling, thinking, I can't do this anymore. I need to either quit, or I am going to become that cynical business owner who can never truly depend on anyone. You know the type I'm talking about? Who hold on to everything with an iron fist, never willing to let go, because every time they do, they're disappointed. But who in turn bears the entire weight of their company's success solely on his or her shoulders. This is how valuable this document had been for me. So what was I doing the very next day? Rewriting our new company core values. Call it persistence, call it lunacy, call it being an entrepreneur. Now this time, my approach was very different. See, that document was about consensus. This time, this document was what I personally aspired to. And I knew who I was, so it was easy. And in a few short hours, we were done. And here were our new company core values. Solid. Serve others. Outstanding attitude. Learn and grow. Incredible initiative. And dream big. Wow, I thought to myself. I'm not sure if you guys have ever been in this situation where you're so excited about your idea, but this is amazing. So what did I do? Back to our people, thrilled about sharing it with them, I figured they're going to love it too. I am fortunate enough to have a second picture of our second values launch 5 years after the first, and here it is. The exact same start. I'm sure you guys, many of you ladies have also experienced something similar. A massive disconnect. So even though our start was very similar, our execution and our results were very different. Similar to all your organizations, our goal was to drive consistent results, and we felt like values could help us get to these results. But how do you get from values to results? We just learned you can't just write them on a sheet of paper and suddenly the results followed. What we were able to do was take our values, integrate them into our language, which drove our thoughts, behaviors, and finally our results. I'm going to share with you a few examples of how we've integrated our values into our language. Will, thanks for your incredible initiative launching our mentor program in such a short time frame. And Will is actually in the audience, my business partner. He did do that. Wow, that client was so demanding, yet you were patient with her throughout. Solid, Dora. Guys, sorry for being a slit last week. This last one is one of my personal favorites because it was actually coined by our engineering department. And to them, slid means being solid without the O, solid without the outstanding attitude. And they knew at times they were pretty cranky. So to truly understand how deeply effective values can drive thoughts and behaviors in an organization, I need to share with you the story of Juan Davila. See, Juan interviewed with us 2.5 years ago for the entry-level position of cable technician. Now, this position is incredibly physically demanding. The typical candidate is in their early 20s, and Juan was over twice their age. Undeterred, our installation manager decided he was going to take a chance on Juan because he saw traits in Juan that he appreciated. Earlier this year, I received this email. And this is truly one of the most amazing emails I've personally had the joy of being forwarded within my own organization. And it deeply touched me. This email was written by Mike Rocher, the project manager managing Juan. Without any guidance from anyone else in our organization, and off entirely his own accord, Mike Rocher listed how Juan demonstrated our company core values each and every day. Now, this is a pretty lengthy email, and we don't have time to go through it in its entirety, but I will share with you some excerpts. Abe, I wanted to discuss promoting Juan to an official lead technician. We stand behind the motto solid in our company, and Juan demonstrates that every day. Serve others, always there when we need him. Outstanding attitude, not the type to complain. Learn and grow, mindset changed, always asking questions, eager to learn, completed certifications. Incredible initiative, shows in his work ethic. Dream big, sets goals and accomplishes them. I hope we can show the rest of the team that hard work comes with rewards. Wow. Fortunately, Juan's behavior is not the exception in our organization. Due to intentionally driving solid, we typically have that as an expectation of each and every one of our members. Now, Vistage talks about better decisions, better results, so we wouldn't be anywhere if I didn't share some results with you, being the litmus test for all our organizations. Since rolling out Solid, our employee retention rate is up 19%, which was staggering. Over the past 3 years, as Dave mentioned, annual growth rate over 41% annualized, top-line revenue growth, and net profit growth of 8 times in that same period of time. For us, none of this would have been possible without our company core values. Now, as you guys and you ladies look at your Vision 2020, how can you most effectively integrate values in your organizations? For us, we found there were 3 key factors. One, it's got to be memorable. I believe Will Novi mentioned something about being memorable. Solid will probably be remembered by many of you a month, maybe even 2 months from now. It's got to be aspirational. See, I think one of the big disconnects is you have to understand that values are never checked off. They're actually guiding lights, urging us to continually represent them better and better, not stagnant. Lastly, you've got to fully integrate them into your organization. You've got to commit. Well, how we've done that is we've woven Solid into the fabric of our organization, in our language, in our hiring, firing, and promoting practices, and praise and recognition, and on a daily basis in our conversations. So, all of this will be over in a very short amount of time. I think we can all recognize that here in our near future, you too will be sitting on your couch. And you'll be sitting there reflecting on your life and your legacy, and your deepest memories will not be your balance sheet. Your deepest memories will be the impact you made on the lives of the people around you. Your core values do happen to be one of your most powerful tools to driving results. But they're also probably your most powerful tool to making a difference in the people's lives who you work with on a daily basis. Now, the choice is yours. See, you can leave them as powerless words on a sheet of paper, or you can use them to ignite a movement in your organization and create an environment in which you and each one of your people truly strive to be the best you can be. That choice is up to you. Thank you.